What's going on, guys? Grave here. Today we're going to talk about that patch we got, of course, yesterday in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It was a pretty large patch. Of course, you all know two things that were in it, and of course that is blackjack and contracts. If you not know about blackjack and contracts, I'm going to put a link to my past video a few days back kind of explaining what those are going to be and how those are going to work. Some other things, it was a large patch. A lot of it was just kind of, small things here and there. A lot of it was to do with Call of Duty World League, like the Codcaster mode. They changed things up in it so it works a lot better. Some general gameplay fixes. I'm going to link all the patch notes in the description below so you guys can read them if you would like. We'll kind of get into the general gameplay fixes. I guess the main thing on it, Eclipse maps were added to core and hardcore and bonus playlist. General gameplay fixes, addressed issue or challenges during double XP promotion would not display the actual XP amount earned in game in the after action report. Improved, of course, dedicated server performance and stability. Lock-on missiles now damage the hater score streak properly. Fixed an issue where EMP grenades were unintentionally providing a hit marker or damaging enemies with hardwire equipped. Of course, you have hardwire, EMPs, counter UAVs. You're immune to a lot of those things. So they fixed that issue. If you get hit with the EMP, it's not even going to give a hit marker and it will not damage you. Search and destroy and demolition bomb site models. The cover heights were adjusted, so they're a little bit lower. So if you play search, you'll know you can kind of head glitch behind that bomb site after you plant the bomb if you know an enemy is coming from in front of you. It's not a huge difference, but it is a little bit less cover, so make sure that you're aware of that when playing search and destroy. Some other things like game mode wise, just some uplink improvements, search and destroy, and demolition improvements. Custom games, they improved some things on that with the pathing for bots and custom games, that kind of thing. Nomad, they did a little bit of tweaking with it, nothing crazy. Nomad's rejack ability will now properly have a smoke effect when used while a power core streak is in effect. Of course, we don't see many power cores out, so who knows if that's even going to come into play. The main thing I think with this is weapon-wise is the Marshall 16 pistols had a reduction in range, which I think was a must. They were very, very strong, very overpowered. Of course, it is a package weapon not everybody has, and a lot of people are complaining about the Marshalls, and I think that was a great idea. The thing that is kind of odd about this, and kind of had some confusion, I think a lot of people read it, is it says fixed an issue where optics grips did not stack recoil reduction properly. Of course, several weeks ago, and that's kind of why I started with this video, the Variks, the Recon Sight, and the Thermal all had a big buff in the way they handled recoil. They were all just extremely well in handling recoil. You could slap a Variks on any gun, even like a VMP, and pretty much shoot across the map with no recoil. And one issue there was you couldn't put a regular grip on it. It did not stack properly. Well, now they have fixed that. And it also says adjusted optic recoil reduction values to compensate for this. So that kind of makes it sound like the ACOG, the Variks, and the Thermal have a reduction in recoil. It makes it sound like, it might be better. I think it's going to pretty much be back to like normal. I think it's going to be back to like it was when the game first came out. But now if you run a grip with one of those sights, you will have the proper recoil reduction for running a grip with that sight. I don't think you're going to see as many ACOGs and Variks and Thermals as you have been seeing. I think it was a little too strong. I think it made the weapons a little too easy to use. So that's kind of the feel I get from that. But it's not quite exactly just outright saying, the Thermal or the ACOG doesn't work like it used to. It's kind of wordy, but I still think that it's going to be kind of back to normal. Of course, we will have some playtime with these attachments, and you'll see more and more what kind of effects they had on these attachments themselves. Of course, guys, like I said, I'm going to link all the patch notes in the description below. And of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.